Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Martin Heating and Cooling. Today I'm here on my next job. I'm going to be replacing this, installing or replacing this Uponor valve kit that goes to the poly Uponor manifold. I will show you why this one needs to be replaced. It's, I believe, leaking through that seal, that zone shut off. Let's take a look. Okay. This is the type of area that I don't like to be. This is not my ideal job choice at all. This basement floods all the time. It's wet all the time. It is a very old home. She does her best to try to fix it up. Obviously, it costs a lot of money to get a house back to the proper condition. That's yeah, it's a tough basement to work in. It's part of residential I don't like. Now, get a tool bag down on some of your Alright guys, tell me in the comments, have you seen anything like this? Now, I installed this manifold about 5 years ago. I replaced a steel one. Sorry about the phone not focusing. I don't know why it doesn't autofocus. If anybody has any suggestions on getting an iPhone to focus automatically without having to keep touching it, that would be nice. But yeah, this was a stainless steel manifold back in the day, and I swapped it out for this one. And now Uponor is actually going away from this style again, and they're going back to the stainless steel, and that's about $80 more roughly. It's, you know, so under $100 up in price to go stainless steel, and I'm okay with that because I don't really like these manifolds, and I don't like this whole situation anyway. But this whole thing has just been a cluster, a mess. Let me show you something else. This valve right here, it's a mixing valve for supply water temperature that's heading out to feed the radiant, and it mixes it with the boiler supply in and boiler return back, just like a regular mixing valve. Anyway, it's obsolete. It measures outdoor temperature and adjusts itself for the output temperature. It has a supply temp sensor, and it'll adjust itself based on outdoor air temperature. But that head right there, that green head, is obsolete. You cannot find that. You have to replace the whole valve body. I think I got lucky and found it one time. I don't know where the heck I got it from. I don't remember, but I was able to find one, and I still have one on the truck. It's like gold. It just sucks to have to. No, I swapped out the whole thing. My bad. Yeah. There we go. Blurry again. Back to this. All right, so open. That's the only one that was shut off. Open. So I'm gonna close all these off now. All right, so open. That's the only one that was shut off. Open. So I'm gonna close all these off now. I isolated the unit. I must have put those valves in back when I did this. So it's isolated. Those are all shut off. This is disgusting slop. This should have been replaced. I did give her a quote to replace it. It is out of warranty at this point. They have a 2-year warranty on these, and that was a no-no. So we're just gonna attempt to try to throw the new valve body into it up here. Look at that. She's a pisser. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great guys, Old Faithful. I want to show you what that is right there. I was confused for a while because I never installed one of those. So constant pump, constant torque, constant flow circulator with the zones. And I would say typically if you have zones that are opening and closing, the circulator speed and torque is going to stay the same. The speed, the flow is going to stay the same. So there's going to be more of a bypass to push some of that back. It's just the same thing as like a warm air system, a zoned HVAC system. When you have like a blow off damper, you get a bypass damper. Same idea. It works off pressure, and so it opens up and it lets flow feedback because the system, you know. But see, there's no zoning here though. It's all one zone, so I don't know why they really had to have that. So if you know in the comments, please do tell. All right, so typically you can drain these right here, but I'm not gonna even, all right, so those are all off. Nothing coming out of that. Inside there. Yeah, it's like the nut. That's gonna come off. So check that out, that's the new one. See that nut? Same idea. Hex. Cool. So what kind of tool am I gonna use for that? Is there a special tool for these? Because I don't have it. Not something I see very often, Phil. So I'm trying and trying and trying to get that stinking thing out of there. I know that's the issue. It's got the O-rings on it, the O-rings have failed. To push down the plunger to shut it off. If that's screwed down tight, like it was, then obviously the O-rings are what's not holding back the water, because the O-rings create the seal. And so I put my flathead on it, pounded it, and just pushed it with the flathead, tapping on it, and then it came loose enough that I'm actually able to finally get it to come undone. Water might gush out of this, but we'll see. It smells like sewage down here. She's putting in heat pumps, so she doesn't want to put all that money into this manifold. Did you know I do heat pumps? Nobody asks me. And I also do heat pump water heaters. Nobody asked me. Don't you hate that as a contractor? Your current client uses you for one thing while you offer other services, and they either don't know or forget or don't bother to ask when it's all over your van. Yeah, that thing just fell apart. That O-ring is probably okay, but this puppy dog right here just looks like the issue. That compared to this, oh gosh. So did that come out of that? Yeah, it did. It came out of that. So that one is a two-piece. Passed and up and through, and right up through the center. That's the new and improved single piece. All right, I'll flush it out. Get some clean water coming out of there. There we go. Before we put the new part in, you want all the sediment and crap to be out of that. Wash it down. I had a rag here somewhere, but I think I'm gonna use that to dry myself off. Alright, let's get that put back in. Shut that valve back off. About ruined my phone, dropped it in the water. It's all muddy and rusty now. But I tapped that back in just like I took the other one out. Same idea. Man, I gotta take a leak. And there's water leaking over there. It really doesn't help when you're gonna go pee. Oh my goodness. I'm back. Okay. I took care of what I had to take care of. Oh, so there that is. Oh, look at this. Standing in this. And it got all over me, and it got all over my straw, my phone in it, got my gloves soaked. Brand new gloves too. It's like, oh, I burned through those so fast. Yeah, they've been dry, but some days I hate hydronics. I think that's tighter than tight. Yeah, okay. All right. Like I said, that's on So then these need to go back. So this is, oh, that's already on. So then this, and now let's purge in here. Oh, I just broke something. Light bulb. Just nasty water. This is just how you burp these manifolds, purge these manifolds. Ow, ow, ow. Thought there'd be more air, but it's the reason why there's not a ton of air is because I didn't truly drain this. I only lowered the pressure, and pretty much whatever pressure was, and the water was still sitting pretty much right in here. So luckily I didn't have to drain the entire thing. And I shut all these off so the water wasn't coming back from all the zones, which is obviously above me, first floor and second floor, a whole bunch of panel radiators that all of these serve, and that all that water would have just come gushing back. But if you don't shut these off, that would have happened, but they're off. So that one has to stay off. That one's not even, I don't even remember where that went. It doesn't apparently go to anything. And of course it's the one that was leaking that we didn't even need. And that's life for you. All right, everything's back on besides these, so we're gonna, those are all opened, those are all back open all these back up except for the one that was already closed. If I had a dry rag, then I could just keep drying it to make sure it ain't leaking anymore, but that's kind of hard to do. I'll have to go up and get a new one. I'm glad I didn't have to touch the flow balancing valves, because they are all set to where I already had them, and I don't want to have to remember where they were. And you really got to set them when the system's running and everything's on, and then you equalize all of these. And you don't want to hear any screeching or any weird noises. You don't want one, there's little bubbles that float inside here, and you don't want the bubble up and screaming, you know, oh, well, this one's down and the bubble, and this one's up. You want them to be equal. So they're just trying to balance out that flow. That's my understanding. I'm going to get a rag, come back, and just verify that. Other than that, we're done. See, but that was such a slow seepage. That's why it looked like your arteries after too many bacon cheeseburgers. Another turn. There we go. Just the safe side. So there it is. So there is a success of a repair using that new valve body on the inside of the seals for the Uponor poly manifold. I forgot the name. The hard plastic, cast plastic. Having a brain fart on the name. But anyway, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. We're done here. Checking out. Remember to like and subscribe. Martin Heating and Cone bringing some crazy weird stuff. That's what I deal with. That's what I do. When they can't fix it, I come and I do. I've been finding that out. The other guy didn't want to deal with it, and then I'm the sucker that does. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Take care.